Your dog is not okay. And the worst part is they have been trying to tell you for weeks, maybe months, and you have missed every single sign. Not because you don't care, because no one ever taught you what to look for. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what canine depression looks like, what is causing it, and what you can do starting today to bring your dog back. Stay until the end because sign number 7 is the one that changes everything, and it is the one that almost no owner recognizes until it is far too late. Welcome to our channel. If you love your dog and want to truly understand what is going on inside their head, subscribe right now. Let's get into it. 1. They stopped greeting you at the door. Think back. There was a time when the sound of your keys was the biggest event of your dog's day. You could hear it before you even opened the door. The scrambling paws on the floor, the whining, the full-body excitement that made you feel like the most important person on the planet. Now you come home and they lift their head. Maybe they don't even do that. Most owners tell themselves the dog is just getting older. They're mellowing out. They're more relaxed now. That is not what is happening. A study published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science found that a significant and sustained decrease in greeting behavior is one of the earliest measurable indicators of altered emotional state in domestic dogs. Not the last sign, the first. Dogs are wired to orient around their primary attachment figure. You are that figure. When you return, their nervous system is supposed to fire with recognition and relief and joy. When that response dims, it is not maturity, it is withdrawal. And withdrawal in a dog is the emotional equivalent of a human who has stopped answering the phone. They are still there, but something inside them has pulled back from the world, and you are part of that world. If your dog has quietly stopped celebrating your return, do not ignore it. That silence is a sentence, and it is telling you something you need to hear. 2. They are sleeping more than they used to, but they don't seem rested. Dogs sleep a lot. That is normal. Depending on age and breed, 12 to 14 hours a day is perfectly healthy, but there is a difference between a dog who sleeps because they are rested and content, and a dog who sleeps because they have nothing left to stay awake for. Depressed dogs don't sleep the way healthy dogs sleep. Their sleep is flat. They don't cycle through the active dreaming phases. They don't twitch. They don't chase invisible rabbits. They lie still with open or half-open eyes, and they stay like that for hours. A study from the University of Helsinki, analysing behavioural indicators of poor welfare in companion dogs, found that dogs displaying excessive lethargy, combined with reduced REM activity, had significantly elevated cortisol profiles, a biochemical signature that mirrors what we see in humans experiencing clinical depression. Your dog is not lazy. They are shutting down, and the energy that used to go into playing and exploring and engaging with you is being consumed by a nervous system that is stuck in a state it cannot get out of on its own. Watch their sleep. Not how much, but how. That is where the truth is hiding. 3. They have lost interest in food, or they are eating but without enthusiasm. This is the one owners notice first but understand last. Your dog used to inhale their dinner in 30 seconds. Now they walk over, sniff, maybe eat half, walk away. Or they eat everything but slowly, mechanically, like the joy has been removed from the process. Food drive in dogs is one of the most robust biological motivators in the animal kingdom. When a dog loses interest in food without a medical explanation, something significant has shifted in their neurochemistry. Research published in the journal Veterinary Clinics of North America found that appetite changes, either decreased intake or a marked change in eating behavior, are among the most consistent behavioral correlates of depressive-like states in domestic dogs. The study noted that these changes often appear alongside social withdrawal and reduced play behavior, forming what researchers described as a behavioral cluster that closely parallels the diagnostic criteria for major depressive episodes in humans. Take your dog to the vet first. Rule out anything physical. But if the blood work comes back clean and the appetite is still off, you're not looking at a picky eater. You're looking at a dog whose relationship to pleasure has changed, and that should concern you. Keep watching, because what comes next explains why so many dogs reach this state in the first place, and it is probably not what you think. 4. They have stopped initiating play. There was a time when your dog would bring you the ball, drop it at your feet, stare at you, pick it up, drop it again, nudge your hand. That ritual was not random. It was your dog expressing one of the most fundamental drives in their biology, the drive to engage, to connect, to feel alive through interaction with you. When a dog stops bringing you the toy, stops initiating the game, stops bouncing at the sound of the leash, they have not outgrown play. Play is not a phase. It is a core emotional need that persists for life. A study from the University of Bristol found that reduced play initiation was the single most reliable behavioural predictor of compromised welfare in adult dogs, more reliable than appetite changes, more reliable than sleep disruption, more reliable than vocalization changes. Play is the canary in the coal mine. When it disappears, something else has already been wrong for a while. And here is the part that most owners do not want to hear. In the majority of cases, the reason the dog stopped initiating play is because the play was not being received. You were on your phone. You threw the ball with one hand while reading something with the other. You said not now enough times that your dog learned not to ask. You did not mean to teach them that, but you did. And a dog who has learned that their invitation to connect will be ignored is a dog who has learned something devastating about their own place in your world. 5. They are avoiding physical contact with you. Dogs are contact animals. Healthy, emotionally balanced dogs seek closeness with their primary attachment figure. They lean against your legs. They press into you on the couch. They follow you from room to room because proximity to you is where their nervous system feels most regulated. When a dog who used to seek contact starts pulling away, when they choose the far end of the room instead of the spot beside you, something has broken in the feedback loop between you and them. A study published in the journal Animal Cognition found that dogs experiencing chronic stress showed a measurable decrease in proximity-seeking behavior toward their owners, not because the bond had been severed, but because the dog's nervous system had shifted into a self-protective mode where social engagement felt like too much effort. This is not rejection. This is exhaustion. Your dog is not choosing to be away from you. They're running out of the emotional energy it takes to be close, and the difference between those two things matters more than almost anything else in this video. 6. Small changes in their environment are causing big reactions. Your dog used to handle new things with curiosity. A bag in a different place, a piece of furniture moved, a visitor at the door. Now those same things produce flinching, hiding, barking, or complete shutdown. This is not your dog becoming difficult. This is a nervous system that has lost its margin. Emotionally healthy dogs have what behavioral scientists call a resilience buffer, a range of stress they can absorb before their behavior changes. Depression erodes that buffer. What used to be manageable becomes overwhelming. A study from the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences found that dogs displaying depressive-like behavioral profiles had significantly heightened startle responses and reduced exploratory behavior in novel environments compared to control dogs with identical life histories. Same breed, same household type, same age. The only difference was the emotional state. Your dog's sudden inability to cope with minor changes is not a training problem. It is a signal that their internal world has become fragile. And fragile dogs do not need more discipline, they need more safety. 7. Their eyes have changed. This is the one no one talks about, and it is the one that, once you see it, you will never unsee. A happy dog has soft eyes. The muscles around the brow are relaxed. The gaze is open, curious, warm. There is a quality of presence in a healthy dog's eyes that you can feel even if you cannot describe it. A depressed dog's eyes are different. The softness is gone. The brow is slightly furrowed, not in pain but in something heavier. The gaze is distant, unfocused, like they are looking at the world through glass. Research from the University of Portsmouth's Dog Cognition Centre found that dogs use over 20 distinct facial muscle movements to communicate emotional states, and that the muscles around the eyes are the most reliable indicators of a dog's internal experience. Your dog's face is not a mask, it is a mirror. And if you look closely, really closely at the dog lying across the room from you right now, you will see exactly what they have been trying to show you. Everything we have talked about in this video, the fading greetings, the flat sleep, the appetite changes, the abandoned play, the avoided contact, the lost resilience, all of it shows up in the eyes first. The eyes do not lie, and they are not lying now. So what do? You start with presence. Not more toys, not more treats. Presence. Get on the floor with your dog tomorrow morning. Do not reach for them. Just be near them. Let them decide when to close the distance. Rebuild the play ritual. Pick up the toy yourself. Bring the game to them. Make it small and make it real. Protect their environment from unnecessary change. Create predictability, create routine, and most of all, look at them. Not past them, not over them, at them. Because a dog who feels seen by the person they love most in the world is a dog whose nervous system has a reason to come back online. Depression in dogs is not permanent. Their brains are plastic. Their capacity to recover is extraordinary, but they cannot do it without you, and they have been waiting for you to notice. If this video changed the way you see your dog, share it with every dog owner you know, because most of them are missing these signs right now. Subscribe to our channel. Every week we go deeper into the science behind the animal who chose to spend their entire life loving you. They deserve to be understood, and so do you.